What are the objectives we are discussing? First objective is to form a single customs union. All these member countries or partner countries form a single territory union and they form their own policies. All these member countries have to follow these policies only. Next, to eliminate for the elimination of internal tariffs and also increase the economic growth. Next, to facilitate the formation of one large market and investment area, they consider all these 5 areas are becoming a one large area, and also investment is also huge because one country in the place of 5 countries are forming a single union, so they can invest a lot and they can get benefits more. Next, to harmonize the policies relating to the trade between partner states and other countries, means they want to harmonize, means they want to differentiate while non-member countries and member countries. Next, to enable the partner state to enjoy the economics of scale and contribute economic development. Economics of scale means we have to increase the production, then we can increase our economy, and also for the growth we can increase, for that money we can utilize for other development of our country also. Next, to increase economic efficiency and establishing closer political and cultural ties between member countries of trade. Not only for increasing our economic efficiency but also creating a close relationship between the countries, like sharing our culture activities and also political, all this we have benefited. Thus these objectives helps the member countries. How these objectives helps? See here. Thus these objectives helps the member countries to formulate a common trade policy which not only improves the trade relations, not only for improving our trade relations. Trade relations means not only improving for exchanging of goods and services but also the political and cultural relations and leads to economic development of these countries. Not only for our trade but also increase our political and cultural relations. It leads to economic development. For this it leads to our economic development of these countries. These are all the objectives. For these objectives we can not only increase our trade but also increase our political and cultural relations. Next, we are discussing what are the objectives of the customs union. Promote trade. First and foremost objective is promotion of trade. Customs union promotes trade among members by eliminating or reduction makes exporting more profitable. It promotes trade. Promotes trade means exchanging of goods and services, and while we are exporting goods we are unable to pay that much of taxes. Customs union promotes trade among members by eliminating a reduction makes export more profitable, by eliminating a reduction of taxes. By eliminating a reduction of taxes makes exporting more profitable. It makes the cost of goods and its price competitive with domestic goods and services. It makes for that reduction it makes cost of goods and its price competitive. There is a price competition between other countries and compared to domestic country. Then for that reason, for this competition we have to produce better quality of goods with reasonable prices. For that reason we can increase the quality and also we can increase the production. So for the promotion of a trade we have to increase our economic growth, but and also we have to increase the competition when compared to other countries also. So it is the main advantage. What is the main advantage? Promotion of trade. Customs unions promotes trade among members by eliminating those who are forming a member countries. For these member countries it increase their trade and also increase the competition among the different countries. Next, provides protection. Customs union, this is CU not CO. CU provides protection to all domestic industries of member countries. They provides protection means those the member countries who are form an union, they want to produce the goods. For these goods they have to be sell with these member countries only, because there is a huge investment. 5 countries are doing the same business, 5 countries are come together and doing all these activities, so they had a huge investment when compared to the other countries. For that reason they protect the trade among the domestic countries. It is because the member countries conduct business in protected trade areas for non-members. Comparing to non-member countries, these member countries have to protect the trade. Protection is available because all members create and adopt a common trade policy. It is possible because all the member countries can form and adopt a common trade policy. They adopt the common trade policies and principles for exchanging of goods. That's why there is a protection against among countries. These 5 countries want to purchase the goods from other countries. They had lot of restrictions. These countries have to purchase their own goods. For that, they protect their domestic goods and also increase their competition. First is promotes our trade. Next is protection our goods, domestic goods. With the result, the quotas and tariffs are going to be the uniform. They protect the member countries' industry from outsiders. Means already while they form an agreement, for this agreement only they written all these things in a clear way. How much quantity of goods have to be imported? We can say it is a quota. Quota means like we have to import 1,000 cases of rice. It is a quota for one country to another country. There is an equal quota for that. Every country is equally benefited for forming these common policies and rules. Next, generate income. The members of union agree to revenue sharing regarding funds generated from common tariffs imposed on outsiders. This may provide additional income to a country that might have not be generated because of low trade country. Suppose in which way we are generating income? In these 5 countries are becoming a single trade union or customs union. Suppose the other countries want to export their goods to in these countries. So these 5 countries impose heavy taxes. For these taxes money, these 5 countries are enjoying. While they want to export the goods, all the countries are bearing the taxes, but from other side there is a one country have to bear all the taxes. For that reason these countries are enjoying for generating the revenue. For this revenue they are utilized from other purpose for the development of the economy. So it is also one of the advantage. The members of union agree to revenue sharing regarding funds generated from common tariffs. Means the other countries are importing the other country goods we are importing. For that we have to collect huge taxes from other countries. For that taxes we are distributing each and every country. This may provide additional income to a country that might have not be generated because of low trade. When we have low trade activity, then we are unable to pay huge taxes. But when we are all countries are becoming one union, then we have to produce more goods, then we have to impose heavy taxes to other countries. So it is also one of the advantage. These are all the advantages of customs union. What are the advantages? For promotion of trade, while promoting the trade, we have to promote the trade while forming an agreement. These 5 countries for exchange of goods and services, they are freely distributed without any restrictions. For that reason we can promote our trade and also provides protection. These member countries, the customs union have to provide the protection of the domestic goods and also creates competitive environment. For that also our production has been increases, revenue increases. For that revenue you can use for other sources for the development of the economy. And next, generation of the income. While collecting the taxes, while collecting a customs tariff, common customs tariff, these tariffs are distributed equally these member countries. For that generation of income, each and every country have for that income have to be utilized for another source of development of the economy. For that reason there is a development of the economy also. So these are the advantages of the customs union. According these advantages, there are some disadvantages. What are the disadvantages? Giving up sovereignty means the member countries have to give some control over the physical policy. These member countries, those who are forming an union, these member countries have to control over physical policy. Our physical means monetary based on rules and restrictions. There are some control such as unilateral decisions and tariffs, duties and also sales tax. Means each and every country have followed the same rules and restrictions. So we can say there is a disadvantage. While there is a single country, so we have to impose how much taxes we require, but while forming this union we are unable to take own decision. So we can say it is one of the disadvantages. The member countries have give some control over physical policy. Each and every member country have to give some physical policy power. So individual country is unable to take decisions according to the physical policy, monetary policy or whatever it may be. So we can say it is one of the disadvantage. Impossibility of protection. Customs union can protect domestic industries, but it cannot protect always the domestic member industries. Means only it can protect the domestic, those who are forming a member countries for this protection, but they are unable to protect the other domestic goods. So we can say it is also one of the disadvantage. While creating huge competition, the other countries may fail to pay the taxes. So we can say it is a one of the disadvantage. They can protect their member countries, but the other individual member countries the customs union unable to protect. So we can say it is a one of the disadvantage. Next, non-availability of economics of scale. It is evident that large member countries often take the advantage of economies of scale than the small member countries. Suppose in this group, the 3 are large member countries and 2 are non-member countries. Means these large member countries can enjoy increase the economies of scale when compared to the small member countries. So for that we can say it is also disadvantages. These are all the disadvantages. What are the disadvantages? We are unable to take the own decision based on our other countries. So here the taking decision power is under the hands of 5 member countries. So we can say it is the one of the disadvantage. And also impossibility of protection. These customs union may protect only the member countries, but they are unable to protect the other domestic products. So we can say it is one of the disadvantage. And non-availability of economies of scale. Well, compared to the large developed countries and large area countries, less small area countries, large area countries have huge benefit when compared to the small area countries. The large area countries, they can expand their goods more when compared to the small area countries. So we can say these are the disadvantages. Up to now we discuss what are the advantages and disadvantages of customs union. First, what is a customs union? It is also one type of trade bloc come to an agreement. Those countries which are geographically close to each other and which have the similar policies, they come together to form an union. We can say it is the third stage of economic integration. What is the purpose for forming a customs union? Means we have to reduce internal tariffs and also reduce some restrictions, rules and restrictions, and reduce the taxes and free flow of goods and services and economic development. These are all the reasons for forming a customs union. For these objectives, not only we can develop our trade, but also we can develop our culture, traditional activities and also social activities with other countries. Next, there are some advantages and disadvantages. Promotion of the trade and protection of the domestic countries. We can promote our trade by forming a customs union because of easily exchanging of goods and services, and also provides protection. We have to provide protection among these member countries, and we can create a competition. For that competition, we can produce huge amount of the goods. For that, we can earn more revenue. For that revenue, we can use for the other development of the country. And next is generate income. For collecting more taxes from other countries, these generated customs revenue has to distributed each and individual country. For this income we have to be used for in another way for the development of the economy. So it is also one of the advantage. Next, disadvantage, give up sovereignty. Means each and individual country has no right to take a individual decisions for physical policy or some other. So we can say it is one of the disadvantages. And also impossibility of protection. Customs union only protect the member in domestic goods, but customs union is unable to protect the individual domestic goods. So you can say it is one of the disadvantage. And non-availability of economic scale. It is evident that large member countries often take advantage, while when compared to the large member countries and small member countries, large member countries may take advantage for production of more goods and promotion of the trade when compared to the small trade countries. So it is also one of the disadvantage. I hope you understand this lecture. Today's lecture we discuss what is the customs union, what is the meaning, what is its objectives, and what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages. I hope you understand this lecture. If you have any doubt till up to now, please let me know. I definitely clarify your doubts. Thank you so much.